Hi, it's Rich Brest with the Save Your Today National Coupon Network, and today we're doing a brief video on using in-app messaging with our rewards or loyalty app to do subscriber retention, acquiring new subscribers or new customers, and cross-promoting, in this case, the news app, or even cross-promoting different products and services you have with the newspaper. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at using, for subscriber acquisition, using the in-app messaging. This is the Oakland Press and also the Macomb Daily Press Club up in Michigan with Digital First. And this is a look at their app with the different coupons to local businesses and so forth. And so they launched in February 2018. It's available to all their subscribers, and if you're not a subscriber, you have to register with a promo code. So the promo code is going to serve as a tracking of where somebody came from in response to how you gave that promo code out over the phone, in ads, in Facebook, and so forth. So that tracking tells you where somebody originated from. So this is an example of the introduction ad that first went out, introducing the app to the public and referencing to folks that if you're not a subscriber, you can still register with that promo code. And each promo code has a start and end date, and then a number of days associated to it that the user can use the app for that period of time. At the end of that, of course, they're prompted to either enter a new promo code or sign up for a subscription to continue. For the use of the app. So in addition to that, we then followed up with different in-paper ads that we call lifestyle ads, promoting different portions of the program, again using that same promo code option for folks to register with that promo code to come into the program. So the results in the first 75 days, you have about almost 1,800 total registered members, as we call them. 931 of them are active subscribers. Currently, we don't have any inactive subscribers, and we have a way of tracking that by our method of registration using the phone number that we're matching against from the circulation system. So we can tell you what your retention percentage is of your subscribers inside the app for those that are engaged, which is, I think, an important metric. They have 866 active trials, and currently there's one inactive trial. So when they use that promo code, they have that number of days, and then they expire after that and become inactive. So currently, 100% are still active subscribers, so 0% have canceled their subscription, which is a good thing. So here's an example of what the promo looks like, and this goes out to all non-subscribers in the app. So we can track who you are within the app as being a subscriber, non-subscriber, where you go, what you click on. If you click on different features within the app, all that's being tracked and can be reacted to, as well as location, using geofence and beacon technology. In this case here, this was just a programmed message that was scheduled to go out on 3 different Thursdays, 2 at 10 a.m. and 1 at 4 p.m. So you can schedule it for whatever day and time you want it to occur. We utilized Thursday and 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. because of the 2 traffic times where we noticed an uptick in traffic. This was a 3-week campaign for a home delivery Sunday subscription offer. So the folks that said yes to push notification, which is about 65%, they received an external push notification on their Droid or iPhone that they can then tap on or swipe, and it opens up the app. For the in-app, you can see the one up here for the in-app inbox. So whether you had notification turned on or off, you can't turn off the in-app inbox messaging, so that's going to be there. You can ignore the little 1 if you want up there, or the 2, whatever number it is. For messages waiting, but when you open that up, it'll slide open a small inbox within the app, and so it's like a miniature email inside the app. The image itself is clickable. There's a subject line where you can see where it says "Get it now." Click image above with the little finger pointing upward emoticon, and then you have the body. And so there's a lot of different tailored options as far as color, background, font, design, have you, image upload size, all that. You can work with, but basically the user is told to click on the image to take advantage of the offer. When they click on the image, it takes them straight to the page that they sign up for, and you can see the branding is consistent throughout, which I think is important. When I arrive here, I have one option available to me, and that's what I came here for. So it couldn't be more straightforward as getting you to where you need to go and what we want you to do, and sign up for a subscription. So we saw how many non-subscribers there were in the first 75 days. For 2 out of the 3 weeks that we had completed when we did these stats, the campaign yielded a total of 48 new starts. So 48 new starts in just 2 of the 3 weeks. The cost per order $16. And that's based on a $25 gift card to restaurant.com that's bought at a discount, 2 movie tickets that are bought at a negotiated discount, and no solicitation cost. This is an in-app program message that takes us 5 minutes to set up and tell it what to do when. Put that little image in there, put the text in there, and let it go. And it does what it needs to do to who it needs to do it to. So that's a net revenue gain of $36 per order, times that by the 48 for the first 2 weeks, and it's a revenue positive campaign. So that's just an example of what you can do. And again, you can tailor that down to people that cross certain geofences in certain restaurants and get gift card offers to those restaurants. A number of different things you can do with that, or do it similar to how they did it scheduled. So very interesting. Next thing we're going to talk about is using the in-app messaging for retention and how to cross-promote different products or services, similar to if you're selling advertising to an advertiser, which you're welcome to do as well in our program, and create a revenue source for yourself. So this one's going to be with the Reading Eagle RE Rewards app in Reading, Pennsylvania. They have our latest version of the program with Newsfeed, and basically what that is the user clicks on that newspaper icon, and they could receive a push notification in their lock screen, something about a news flash or something, or a story that they need to check out, and then come here, and an interstitial can point down to that news feed. Number of different options we could do to engage folks. When they tap that news feed, they're going to have an in-app experience with the mobile view website of the newspaper, or basically whatever URL you tell us to put there. So everything that would take place if I was in my mobile browser still applies. If there's a paywall that I have to, after so many visits, log into, they can do that. All those different things, all your different advertising options still appear as if they're on the website. The only difference is we're engaging them in the app for the purpose of understanding who's clicking that newsfeed button when, and if we can contribute that to whatever activity we caused for them to get there and know what works. So it becomes another metric in the program that we can utilize as an actionable insight to follow up with something, with a knowledge of who did what when. So this is a look at the analytics platform for their program, and this is taking a look at a 30-day period. So in that 30-day period, they have a total of 22,051 sessions, and so that's where the app was open and something occurred in that 30-day period. There's a total of 5,248 users that have downloaded the app, and I'm going to give you some stats on what the total number of users are in the tail end of this. Of that, 2,837 are addressable users, and so you can see the number of pushes that have been sent over the last year or so that they've had the app. I think about 1 year. Of the folks that are not the 2,837 that authorized notification, those folks still receive the interstitial ads, the modal pop-up and banner, and then the in-app inbox. You can't turn that off. Those occur based on in-app activity as well as when you open up the app, so we can still deliver those messages there. There, for the retention and re-engagement, they have 11 times a month is the average user that they're coming back to the app, and they're spending about 1.5 minutes average, and that's about standard. 1 to 2 minutes is all it takes to pull up a coupon and redeem it, or sweepstakes entry or something of that nature, or to read a news story with Newsfeed. So it's a real-time messaging based on who did what, where, and when, using app activities and geofence beacon technology or any combination thereof. We geofence all of our markets based on a list of businesses that are participating on the program and discounts that we acquired or the newspaper acquired, or simply a list that's submitted to us that people want to know how many of their app users that have location services turned on are visiting different businesses or areas, so we can have an understanding of what messaging or in-app promotion we can do for an advertiser that either is that business or competes with that business. You can see up here, the darker the red, the higher the number of geofence crossings. And we have the ability to both deliver a message to the folks that cross one or more geofences on entry, on exit, and then even for dwell. So if I'm a person driving down 222 and I dwell within the geofence area for 15 minutes, meaning I'm just not driving through, you have an option of delivering a message then versus just when I come by. You want to target that specific audience so to make it relevant to them rather than just cast out messages willy-nilly. So this is a look at what we did with them to promote their news app for the Reading Eagle News. So you saw we are over 5,000 registered users for the app. They don't have quite that many on the news version of the app, so we did a promotion to change that for them. In this case, this is called Modal, which is a pop-up that I'm going to show you here that has image area at the top, subject line, body, and then one or two, three buttons down here that are, of course, you have every graphic option available to you as far as design of the image at the top. Font colors, font design, background color, button color, highlights, you name it. So when the user opens the app and is prompted to receive this, we're controlling how often that occurs, who gets it. So if you're already a subscriber that's downloaded the news app and you send us a list of those folks, we can do what's called a merge purge, and you're not eligible to receive this message, and you wouldn't need to because you already have the news app on your phone. So again, it's about relevancy, about who's supposed to receive this that we want to talk to. And so when they open up their app one time in a 30-day period, they're going to see this pop up. And then from there, they can close it by hitting the little X, or they can download the app. And that's the actual campaign right there. So of the folks that click to download the app, it's going to take them straight to the appropriate app store. So iOS or Droid, based on what store you need to go to, it's going to take you directly there. So the same thing applies for an advertiser that wants people to like them on Facebook, or the newspaper wants to be liked on Facebook. We can take folks anywhere you want, click on that button. And it's a very defined path here. We're not asking you to do one of three things. We're asking you to do one thing if you want to, and then we'll leave you alone for 30 days if you don't want to. You can simply close. Here's the stat panel on this to show you what we have. So, from an iOS, we had, for the Apple phones, we had 811 attempted, and that's the number right here I'm looking at. And of that, 669 saw the image on their screen, meaning they didn't have a blocker, they didn't close it as it was coming up. So the image got to render. 492 clicked through. Okay, so of the Droid folks, a little bit different. 468 were attempted, and 300 of those folks saw it on the screen. So just under 1,000 for the two, and then 148 clicked through. And this is for an 8-day period from April 11th to 19th of 2018. So, when it comes to interstitial or banner ads, you can Google this. Your average click-through rate for a banner or interstitial ad and so forth is about 0.7 or even 1.0. So we have a little bit different result here for what we're talking about, what we're doing. And it's the relevancy. It's based on activity, location, who you are, of how we're sending it out. And we're not sending you a barrage of these things every day. We're controlling, down to less than 4 of these per week per user. And so we have the ability to maintain that, both for if you have paid advertisers using it as well as different things you're promoting within the newspaper. So we're not bombarding you with stuff. So when we do ask you to take a look and consider something, we're getting a much higher click-through rate. In this case, 61.44% click-through, which is significant compared to 0.7 or 1.0. From a retention standpoint, the value of a retention program, obviously have to sell less starts to maintain that circulation number. It's cheaper to keep them. So they've been with us for a few years. They've had the app for 1 year. We saw that they had 5,200 app users. Of the 12,000 total they have registered, the rest are website users. So of that 12,052 total registered, 9,929 of those are active subscribers as of 4/16. That means over the last few years they've lost 596 subscribers who were engaged in the rewards program. So we have a retention percentage down below here, but for active trials, people with promo codes to come in, experience the program, and then be solicited to for a subscription down the road, hopefully. So 1,331 active trials, and that's to date over the last, it's been about a year with the app. 196 of those are inactive. So past that trial period that we gave them of 30, 45, or 60 days, 196 of those are inactive trials. So of that, we have 5.66% have canceled their subscription. So of this number up here, less than 6% cancels their subscription because they're engaged in the rewards program and they're saving money against their subscription cost. Probably saving more than their subscription cost, I should say. So 94.34% are still active subscribers, and this is over a period of a few years. To me, that reads as if I engage my subscribers in my rewards program and introduce that to them when they become my subscribers and they're engaged in the platform. I'm going to lose less subscribers to that. I'm not sure of too many newspapers out there, the newspapers I've served at, or others out there today that can tout a 94% retention rate over a period of a few years. If anything, the going rate out there is probably about 50 to 60% that you're able to retain. So there's a value to keeping your subscribers as opposed to having to go out there and pay for new ones. So I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, would like a full demonstration of our products and services, feel free to reach out to me by email or by phone. It's rbrest at Save Here Today, R-B-R-E-S-T at Save Here Today, or I can be reached at 412-548-1329. Thank you again.